front of us, the Sturgian force is just going to siege our castle here. I mean, all of our companions are healthy. We've got 50 Britannian Fiend champs. We're going to be able to upgrade even more. Our army is stacked after those last couple of pickups of prisoners from armies. And this Sturgian force here is about to feel our wrath. Can't quite see it. Looks like infantry heavy, but we'll have to see in battle. Of course, we're always using normal player damage for this side campaign, and there's a beautiful wide open landscape here for a kill box. This is, I mean, I have basically a picture perfect army for this. We are very heavy archer based. I've got enough crossbow in the 4th Division that they can be defensive at need. We've got probably 80 to 100 Britannian Fiend champs. We do have infantry, but not very many. In fact, most of the infantry is skirmishers. We even have like 30 horse archers because we're trying to get ready for this Khazate practice, right? This Khazate campaign where we effectively fight like the Khazate in a series of battles. Well, these unfortunate Sturgians here get to be victims. I haven't practiced the kill box lately, but this is definitely like riding a bike for me. We're going to engage this force, surround them, and then absolutely demolish them from 3 or 4 sides with ammunition. Very complicated. We've done overhead views of this for the channel in the past. It's basically a highly destructive, highly complex coordination of different troops and combined attacks combined with kiting. It's essentially a little bit of what Hannibal did at Cannae, combined with some other tactics, kiting and whatnot, and it's highly, highly destructive. The Sturgians have an infantry-heavy army here. I see legionnaires, or as usual, it's an amalgamation of different troops, and they have 2 wings of cav, so we're going to counter the wings of cav first, right? What we'll do here is we'll bring our cav shield walls up with skirmishers behind them. We'll drag this horse archer crew in the elite 8th Corps. We'll be dragging this through and directly challenging their cav. They're really no match for us head on, but we don't need to fight them head on, right? We're just going to shoot these guys to pieces, do a little bit of javelin destruction here, and then ignobly knock them off their horses. All right, 7th and 8th come boring in here, and we may suffer a few losses here, although we hit them at a pretty good angle there. And I'm doing this so that I can have my way with their infantry, right? If we can destroy their cav here, their infantry is going to be absolutely no chance. Kill that bitch. Hopefully, there's like 20 cons guards here. We normally don't have this many cons guards, but in preparation, again, for this Khazate side series, we are starting to develop horse archer legion. At some point, I'd like to have at least 300 or 400 because, again, I've had a lot of people ask for tactics with the Khazate. I don't actually, have a bunch of hard and fast tactics with the Khazate yet, of course, because I haven't really played a long campaign with the Khazate. But I'm sure the application of the other tactics that we've developed in our 2 very long campaigns will work beautifully. And, of course, you'll be doing kiting. Definitely kiting with the Khazate, which I'm highly adept at. So I'm not going to tell you every single one of these maneuvers, but effectively what we're doing is this side over here is the 2nd cav. They're acting as a defensive shield wall with skirmishers and archers in the 6th Corps. Now I want this hill. I want to get up this hill so we can start shooting down on the enemy here. On the other side of the battle is the 3rd infantry, or excuse me, the 3rd cavalry and the 4th archers. There's crossbows over there, so those guys have exceptional range and durability. You see here our cav shield wall is going to completely stop their cav, and then we can just kill these guys at our leisure. And in the middle, we're holding it with the 1st Infantry and the 5th Archers, which has probably 60 Britannian Fiend champs, so they're doing damage and pinning the enemy down at long range. You see now we've obtained this hill, we've pushed the enemy cav back, and now we can move our skirmishers up this hill. And here comes the withering fire, right? I mean, we must have 400 archers in our army right now, and this is going to be massively destructive. I'll be surprised if the enemy gets more than 10 or 15 kills in this battle. I mean, we outnumber them with the... It looks like the garrison of this castle... Get the fuck out of here. The garrison sallied out with us to join in the fun. They're like, oh yeah, we can all get some experience here, maul these fuck Sturgians. We don't need their help, but you can't stop the garrison from joining in the action here. All right, so their infantry is starting to bore in, which is exactly what we want. They're doing that because they're being shot. They have no choice but to charge. We're now going to vigorously pull back our 1st and 5th. The enemy has taken the bait. We now put the archers astride the enemy, in other words, on their flank. And now the killing process begins, right? They can't catch this infantry. These guys have, shit, no, don't attack. That's an erroneous command based on a UI error. We're pulling these guys back, and now we're going to begin to surround them. Now, the 6th skirmishers and archers is already behind these guys. It's on that hill over there. These horse archers we can move back. And we can start to drive this cav through for hit-and-run attacks on their archers and their infantry, right? They're going to be, at this stage, highly disoriented, highly weakened by being shot in 3 different directions. They're forming the customary fishball that occurs during a kill box. They can't get to anybody, and they're desperately trying to survive an absolute barrage of arrow fire. You can just hear it. These archers just unloading. The infantry hasn't done anything yet, and we're not going to send them in until we need the coup de grace. And we're playing with this enemy, right? We're going to truck through here and knock a bunch of these guys on their ass. We're coming through real quick. We're not going to stay. We're not going to be in there long enough for them to score any kills. In fact, I don't think we've had any guys killed yet. It seems like it's been a casualty-free battle so far. Archers over here protected by this cav. So they have, you know, this wall of horse meat just protecting them, and we're going to continue to truck the enemy archers here. We're now running over the enemy archers with high-level companions, cons guards, and whatnot, while they're being shot from 3 different directions. I mean, these guys have no chance. Still, we'll move the cav back here, so they can't even get the satisfaction of beating on a shield, right? This infantry is literally dying without touching anything. And now we can start really moving in for the kill. The infantry, 1st infantry can move up in a shield wall. We can attack with them. And it's time now to start sweeping through this second batch of reinforcements. These are really weak troops. We're going to be able just to truck these guys. Well, this guy stood my horse up, but you know, that's the only thing he's going to remember from this battle besides all of his companion Sturgians being massacred. Now the infantry can be sent in, but at this stage it's a formality. Of course, this battle was over when the enemy decided to siege our castle, right in front of us. The AI doesn't necessarily do brilliant things, but in this case they've made an exceptionally dire mistake. Right in front of this very potent army, fully rested, and it is absolutely a destructive loss for the Sturgians here. All right, so a little about this side campaign. I'm not sure how many episodes we're going to do, but what I want to do is I want to essentially adopt a lot of Khazate troops. I'm probably going to take a few cities, a few castles. This is a side series of my main campaign. It's not going to affect the main campaign at all. And what we're going to do is you know, hire and recruit a bunch of Khazate troops. I'll probably keep some of my original units, so it'll be a bit of a hybrid. I want to kill these last 2 guys myself, but I think our guys were too effective here. And we're going to execute some Khazate tactics, right? A lot of guys want to see tactics, and we'll do the very best we can as a Khazate. Did we have any? We didn't have a single loss in this victory. Not one troop injured. Well, and there you have it, folks. There's the kill box. There's all the proof you should need. I mean, granted, we outnumbered the enemy and we had a stronger army, but not a single guy injured, and totally destroyed this, what was it, 750 Sturgians? Just ate shit. Not one of them got 1 kill. I mean, there's your perfection right there. I might even have to start a new series. That's the first perfect battle I've ever fought, you know, above like, I don't know, 100 enemies or something like that. And that makes me actually wonder, you know, maybe I should try to fight some forces even larger than that, and try for perfection, right? With this beast of an army we have. It's only 641 guys, but what a hurricane of death it is, right? I mean, that was a fucking massacre. And look, we were barely scratched. Unbelievable. Most of our companions are at 100%. All right. So there you have it. Maybe the makings of a new series, right? Somebody said we've got more series. Look, I didn't take a single hit. Someone said we have more series than Netflix. I don't know about that, but we're enjoying Bannerlord here. So subscribe if you want to see more, friends. As usual, comment. Please hit like if you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you fellas. and I will talk to you again next time. Oh, hey, fellas, so I definitely want to add at the end of this video, if you guys haven't seen the kill box, if this is a tactic you've never heard of, either from me or from somebody else, and it's unlikely you've heard it from somebody else, then you really should be watching episodes on the kill box if you're into tactics. To me, this is by far the most destructive tactic in Bannerlord. Of course, we just executed it right there, but I have several videos that are highly illustrative, demonstrative of this tactic, and if you want complete destruction of the enemy, if you want to totally dominate your foe in a manner like you just saw here, you need to check out these episodes. I'll try to show some with the end screen here.